Hey everyone, welcome to this explainer. Today, we're going to look at the meticulously designed architecture of e-commerce. Honestly, the best way to wrap our heads around this topic is to treat it exactly like we're constructing a futuristic, globally accessible megastore. I mean, think about it. Just in the last decade alone, the way we do business has been totally revolutionized. We've literally watched new technologies seamlessly merge with global internet facilities to create some profound fundamental innovations in how commercial organizations and individuals interact. Whether we're talking about massive business-to-business supply chains, direct-to-consumer retail, or even customer-to-customer transactions, the old blueprint, it's been completely redrawn.
To really understand why this architectural shift matters so much, consider this staggering fact from our sources. Technology has effectively wiped out national boundaries. When you launch a traditional brick-and-mortar store, your reach is pretty strictly limited to your zip code, right? Maybe the foot traffic on your specific street, or a localized ad radius. But in the e-commerce business, the potential market size is almost equivalent to the entire global population. Imagine taking a tiny little storefront on Main Street and suddenly being able to teleport it directly into the living room of someone on the exact opposite side of the planet. You are no longer designing a local shop. You're designing a marketplace for the world.
And this massive, totally unprecedented scale is driven by a core technological feature called ubiquity. Now that's a bit of a fancy term, but what it essentially means is that your digital storefront is everywhere, all at once, totally unrestricted by physical space or store hours. It makes it possible for a customer to shop anytime, anywhere, using literally any internet-connected device, a laptop on a desk, a tablet on the couch, or a smartphone on a crowded train. Because of ubiquity, we've actually moved from going shopping as this scheduled, planned activity to always shopping, as a continuous state of being. You are putting your entire inventory right into the palm of the consumer's hand, 24/7.
Okay, let's dive into this architect's blueprint, shall we? Here's our agenda for today. First, we'll explore the anatomy of online stores. Second, we're going to settle the app versus web debate. Third, we'll look at the blueprint for launching through the SDLC. Fourth, we'll upgrade to a high-tech warehouse using emerging tech and IoT. And finally, we'll connect our store to the massive digital platform economy.
All right, let's jump right into part one, the anatomy of online stores.
First up is the foundation. What actually makes the e-commerce experience work from the ground up? Because look, attracting visitors to your site is one thing, but converting them into paying customers, that is the real challenge. Think about the last time you abandoned a digital shopping cart simply because the site was too slow or the buttons wouldn't load. That's exactly why these 5 core building blocks are absolutely non-negotiable. First, the design of your website must be lightning fast and responsive across all devices, so customers find what they want instantly. Second, easy navigation is crucial. You need spontaneous, quick responses to user queries. Third, a simple checkout process. You have to have secure payment gateways because any friction here, that's lost money. Fourth, robust logistics management must be in place behind the scenes to receive and fulfill those orders. And fifth, good product pages. Seriously, never underestimate the product page. It holds the ultimate power to persuade and convert a mere visitor into a prospective buyer.
But here's a really important question. Once you have this incredible, frictionless design foundation firmly in place, where exactly do your customers interact with you? Are they sitting comfortably at a desk looking at a wide web browser? Or are they briskly walking down the street, staring at their phone?
Which brings us directly to Section 2, the app versus web debate.
This is a critical strategic decision for any e-commerce business today, and it perfectly illustrates the dichotomy between the two platforms. Think of the web-based business as your massive, highly secure flagship store. Mobility is lower, sure, since it's mostly restricted to computers, but it provides this rich, informational environment and a highly secure transaction space where customers go to do heavy research. The app-based business, on the other hand, is like a personalized pop-up shop living right in their pocket. Apps offer incredible high mobility and use push notifications to reach massive numbers of customers on the go, literally buzzing their leg with a flash sale. But that direct access definitely comes with a trade-off. Installing applications on a phone opens the door to major privacy concerns and potential malware security issues.
Ultimately, though, changing times require changing solutions. Let's be real for a second. We all check our phones an embarrassing number of times a day, right? The friction of opening a laptop browser is just too high for modern impulsive shopping, especially compared to just tapping a familiar little icon on your home screen. Because almost every individual now carries a smartphone, most retailers are heavily investing in e-commerce app development. The mobile app is proven to be the undeniable future of shopping. It just provides unmatched flexibility and pure, unadulterated convenience for the customer to shop on the go.
Moving on to Section 3, our blueprint for launching, also known as the SDLC.
So now that we know what we're building and where it's going to live, let's look at how to systematically build, design, and launch our e-commerce site.
This is the Systems Development Lifecycle, or SDLC. It's a very direct 5-step project management blueprint. Step 1 is system analysis and planning, where you define your strict business objectives and gather every single requirement. Step 2 is systems design, mapping out the graphical user interface and database architecture. Step 3 is building the system, or development. This is where you pour the digital concrete and turn those blueprints into actual functioning code. Step 4 is testing. This is absolutely vital for checking parameters like page loading speeds and secure money transactions before you ever go live. And finally, Step 5 is publish and implementation, where you select a hosting environment, pay your server charges, and upload that pristine new site to the global internet.
Now, a major management challenge during that development phase is deciding who actually wields the hammer. You essentially have 2 routes here. You can use in-house development, relying strictly on your own internal company personnel to build the application, but increasingly, businesses are leaning toward outsourcing. By hiring an outside vendor of experienced, top-tier developers, you significantly lower the risk of your app failing to launch. These external pros intimately understand current market trends and bring specialized skills that might not exist within your own team. Plus, outsourcing doesn't just buy you expertise, it buys you speed. It ensures a faster speed to market so a competitor doesn't launch their shiny new app before you do.
All right, Section 4, Emerging Tech and IoT.
With the digital storefront built, launched, and populated, it's time to drastically upgrade our back-end operations. And the impact of emerging technologies here is absolutely fascinating. Take, for instance, the power of a digital twin. This is the digital process of creating a perfect, real-time virtual representation of a physical product or an entire system. Imagine looking at a virtual, fully 3D replica of your entire factory warehouse on your computer monitor. You can seamlessly simulate a massive holiday rush, spot logistical bottlenecks, and optimize everything before a single real-world box is ever moved. It's an incredible extension of the industrial Internet of Things, allowing businesses to optimize servicing and monitor inventory without physically touching a thing.
And speaking of the Internet of Things, or IoT, think of it as your all-seeing, highly automated warehouse manager. By attaching IoT sensors and RFID tags to physical products, the industry has achieved a level of supply chain automation that used to be considered science fiction. This technology gives both you and your customer pinpoint accuracy on exactly where an order is at any given second. You know that exact magic feeling when you eagerly refresh your phone screen and see that your package is exactly 3 blocks away from your front door? That's IoT and RFID. Tracking real-time movement has never been so flawlessly accurate, adaptable, and quick.
Finally, let's zoom out to Section 5, the digital platform economy.
So we've built the ultimate digital store, and we've optimized the high-tech warehouse. But here's the reality. No online business exists in a vacuum. Look at these incredibly complex, multi-dimensional platform business models dominating the macro ecosystem today. We have massive retail platforms like Amazon, booking aggregators like Expedia, and social media platforms like Facebook. The internet has rapidly evolved into a true platform of platforms. These entities don't just sell individual products anymore, they are foundational digital infrastructures. They connect the entire sprawling value chain involved in a transaction, bringing buyers, sellers, advertisers, and logistics providers into one cohesive digital arena.
These massive digital platforms represent a fundamental digital transformation, and they're powered heavily by the cloud, vast big data storages, and cutting-edge artificial intelligence and machine learning. By successfully converging processes, physical places, and people globally into one unified digital space, these platforms act as the ultimate business catalysts. Think about it. By effectively renting space on a platform, a tiny independent local business instantly inherits a multi-billion-dollar global infrastructure. It's the ultimate business multiplier. They take a purely local, isolated product and instantly empower it with a massive, seamlessly, globally accessible outreach. We've seen today how e-commerce is so much more than just a simple website. It's a meticulously designed architecture spanning from intuitive user interfaces all the way down to massive global data platforms. But as these emerging technologies, from AI to digital twins to global platforms, continue to evolve and merge together at breakneck speed, you really have to wonder what completely disruptive innovation is waiting just around the corner to shake up this entire industry next. And more importantly, how will it completely alter your own digital footprint? Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer. Keep questioning the digital architecture all around you, and I'll catch you next time.